Ladies and gentlemen, do my eyes deceive me? Is this Inspect Element? What is this? Game 7? Denver wins the series 4-3. Were the Clippers not up 3-1 just a few days ago? Wasn't everyone saying that the Clippers would be title favorites, including myself? Wasn't everyone saying playoff P? Kawhi Leonard, Lou Williams, Montrezl Harrell, Patrick Beverly. Weren't people saying that was the deepest team in the league? I was too. But weren't people saying that? Weren't people saying that they're the real kings of LA? Weren't people saying that? What they saying now? What they saying now? Let's take a gander at the box score, okay? I'm not a box score watcher. I did watch the game, but let's take a look at that. Paul Millsap, 2 for 6. Shitty game, but he contributed. Jeremy Grant, 14 points. Nikola Jokic, 16 points. Not too great, but he had 22 rebounds and 13 assists. That more than makes up for his poor shooting. Jamal Murray showed up with a 40-piece. Oh, before Game 7 started, who said that Kawhi Leonard or Playoff P would go for 40 at least? Huh? Who said that? Gary Harris, 14 points. Okay, he did his thing. Only just a few games after he came back for injury. Okay. All right. And bench players didn't really contribute that much, but they didn't need it considering what they got from starters. Now, let's take a look at the Clippers. Shut the hell up. Let's take a look at the Clippers bench, okay? JaMychal Green, 11 points. Not bad, not too bad. Maybe they should have played him over playoff P. Montrezl Harrell, 20 points. Not bad, but his defense is awful. Reggie Jackson, 0 points. Awesome. Well done, Bobby Shmurda. Lou Williams, 3 of 11. Let's go. Let's go, Lou. 6th man of the year for what? Rodney McGruder, 1 minute. Okay. Let's look at the starters. I'm sure the starters played more than well to make up for that, right? Oh, wait. Patrick Beverly, 4 for 7, 1 for 2 from 3, 2 for 2 from free throw line, 11 points, 6 assists, 3 steals, pretty good. I think they missed the 10,000 times that he screamed from the bench. Ivica Zubac with 3 of 5, 6 points, 2 rebounds. Cool, 3 fouls. Great contribution. The Lakers really messed up by trading you, didn't they? Marcus Morris Sr., I can't badmouth this guy. This guy played for the Knicks. He repped the Knicks. He did well for us. 2 of 9, 7 points. Listen, it's not on you. But let's look at playoff P. Paul George, George Paul, Pandemic P, Pencil Dick P. 4 of 16. 4 of 16. 2 of 11. 0 for 1. 1 shot that hit the backboard. 5 turnovers. 4 personal fouls. 2 assists. 4 rebounds. 10 points. Minus 20. Minus 20 in 38 minutes. But let's kind of dial it back, okay? Let's dial it back and let's talk about, because we already know the narrative around playoff P, that he doesn't really show up in where it matters most. He got embarrassed by Damian Lillard last year. Got embarrassed the year before. So let's look at the leader of this team, the combination, MJ in the flesh. MJ wrapped up with Duncan, wrapped up with everyone, Kobe Bryant, the supposed savior, the supposed best player in the league. You got Kawhi Leonard, 6 of 22. 6 of 22. 14 points. You want to know who had more points than Kawhi Leonard tonight? Montrezl Harrell. You want to know who else had more points than Kawhi Leonard? Nikola Jokic. You don't want to know who had just as many points, just as big of a contribution as Kawhi Leonard? Gary Harris and Jeremy Grant. How much is Kawhi Leonard getting paid? Let's look at that. How much is Kawhi Leonard getting paid? Kawhi Leonard contract. 103 million. Okay, 103 million to put up 14 points. Now, let's look up Jeremy Grant's contract. What is it? 3 years, 27 million. 27 million. 27 million. Compared to Kawhi Leonard's 103 million. Now, where is the narrative around Kawhi Leonard not performing in the clutch? I understand. He is an all-time great player. In my opinion, he is already a top 50 player of all time. Let's give him credit where credit is due. That last year's run against the Toronto Raptors, well, while he was with the Toronto Raptors, that last year playoff run was simply fantastic. The guy with the most amazing Game 7 game winner against Philly beat the Bucks in 5 games, although it seems like the Bucks just get beat in 5 games every single year. So how impressive is that really? And then to go on to win the championship against the extremely shorthanded Kevin Durant-less Klay Thompson-less Golden State Warriors. But a ring is a ring. We're not going to talk about that. Still well-deserved. Still hard-fought games. Give him credit where credit is due. But what's the main knock against LeBron James? And I'm talking about LeBron James because I'm a LeBron James fan. Get over it. What's the main knock against LeBron James over his entire career? Didn't show up where it mattered most. But let me ask you guys a question. How many 3-1 leads has LeBron James blown in a heavily favored series? I know LeBron James has had his mess-ups, his screw-ups in the playoffs, but how many 3-1 leads has he broken? Has he lost? Huh? As a supposed leader of the team? 0. How many has Kawhi lost now? 1. 3-1 lead to an extremely big underdogs. Now, let's be honest, the Nuggets, they deserve credit. They deserve credit. We disrespected them all season long. We disrespected them since the beginning of this series, especially. I didn't give them more than 5 games. So I'm eating crow as well. But if you honestly think that this Clippers team did not severely outmatch this Nuggets team at all, then you just don't know basketball. This Clippers team was deeper, more talented. But we found out many things about the Clippers. We found out that Paul George is who, at least I thought he was, is playoff P, pandemic P, piss your pants P, pencil dick P, whatever the hell you want to call him. That's who he is. We found out that Doc Rivers is the most overrated coach of all time. I said that. The most overrated coach of all time. Won one ring with a stacked Boston Celtics team. 1 ring with Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, Rajon Rondo, James Posey, who went crazy. 1 ring. And how many years he's coached? The same coach that denied Tim Duncan to the Orlando Magic because he didn't want to pay for his family's flight tickets or whatever the hell it was called. Huh? That Doc Rivers? Or the Doc Rivers that has blown 3-1 leads in his entire playoff career? Huh? As a coach? That Doc Rivers? We found out that Doc Rivers is overrated. We found out that HARRELL is a turnstile on defense. We found out that playoff P is playoff P. And we found out that Kawhi Leonard still has some ways to go. He is a top 3-4 player in the NBA for sure. But he has a long way to go as a playmaker. A long way to go. We saw that in Game 7. We saw that he did improve as a playmaker. He did improve much better than last season where he was just played with tunnel vision. But he's not that guy. The difference between Kawhi Leonard and LeBron James. LeBron is just a great all-around player. Now, do I think that LeBron's going to win the championship this year? I'm still on the fence, honestly. I know it looks like they have an easy road, but I'm still on the fence with that. But when it comes to the Clippers, we know that the Clippers curse is real, that Kawhi Leonard got to pump the brakes a little bit. Oh, and by the way, speaking of Kawhi Leonard, what's Skip Bayless' #1 cheerleader talking? Kawhi 6-22, and George Paul 4-16. They were the main culprits as the Clippers scored a mere 33 points in the most important second half of the season. 33. Back to the Staples basement they go. Very tame criticism, if you ask me. Kawhi just looks pathetic. Oh, well, that's actually kind of fair, Skip. But then look at this. Kawhi is going down in ice cold flames. Okay, not bad, not bad. Okay, Skip, I respect it. But then look, he manages to bring in LeBron James. Congrats, LeBron. You just avoided the only team that could have beaten you. You just won your 4th championship, my man. Huh? Okay. So look at that. Skip Bayless is a clown. He's not going to say any wrong about Kawhi Leonard. But let's look at what the other media pundits are saying, huh? Let's look at that. What an embarrassment. Oh, I thought this was real at first. Kawhi Leonard has left the locker room and is taking a shuttle bus to Magic Kingdom to ride Spaceman one last time. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know why I made this video. I'm just way too happy for my own good. Listen, I'm so glad this is the outcome that I wanted. I don't care if the Nuggets win the championship, if LeBron wins the championship, or if even the Heat or the Celtics win the championship. All I care is that Patrick Beverley can finally go see a dentist, and along with Montrezl Harrell. And I'm coming off pretty ignorant right now, but listen, I'm caught in the moment. I am a LeBron fan. I'll admit that. I'm a toxic LeBron fan. I will admit that readily. That's just how it is. All right, thanks for watching. And throw some hate my way, man.